Namaste and hello everyone. This video is meant for class 10 and the topic of discussion is chapter 1 chemical reactions and equations. So let us start the video by taking some common examples from day-to-day life. For the first example that I've taken is rusting of iron. Second example, ripening of fruits. Third example, curdling of milk. And fourth example, photosynthesis. These examples are from our daily life. Rusting of iron. It's a common observation that a fresh piece of iron nail, if it is kept in the open for some time, then after some time we see that a layer of another substance called rust is formed over it. The question is, can we get that back? No. Now suppose if we take into consideration of ripening fruits, if you take an unripe mango and you take a ripened mango, you can see the difference between them. We cannot get the unripened mango back from the ripened mango. So this is also a kind of chemical reaction. Now the third example that I have taken is curdling of milk. Fresh milk, if it is kept in the open, it curdles. Now can we get back the curdle? Can we get back the fresh milk from the curdled milk? No. Finally, another very important example, photosynthesis, the process by which plants manufacture their food. Now in all these examples, what we come to find is that these are actually examples of chemical change. So chemical change, what is a chemical change? Chemical change, it is a type of permanent and irreversible change, or we can say it is permanent and irreversible in nature, because we cannot get fresh piece of iron nail back from the rusted iron. We cannot get back unripe fruit from the ripened fruit. We cannot get back fresh milk from the curdled milk. Similarly, in case of photosynthesis, the products manufactured cannot be got back. So though these are actually chemical change. Now they also represent a chemical reaction. So we can say that chemical reaction is actually what? Chemical reaction is actually a kind of or a type of chemical change. Now in chemical reaction, what happens? Reactants change into products. Now we can mark or represent a chemical change in this way. Suppose reactant A reacts with reactant B, then gives us new substances, that is C and D. So in a chemical reaction, reactants change into products and we can represent them as A plus B gives C plus D. So these A and B, they represent the reactants and C and D represent the products. So what are reactants? Reactants, these are the substances that start a chemical reaction. Okay, to start a chemical reaction, to initiate a chemical reaction, we need some substances. Those substances are called reactants and they are always written on the left hand side of the arrow. Here you can see is an arrow and the substances that are written on the left hand side, this is the LHS, they are the reactants. Now let us see what are products. Products, these are the new substances produced in the reaction. So see, the new substances that are produced on the new substances, that is C and D, that are produced as a result of reaction between the reactants are the products and they are written on the right hand side of the arrow. Now we can see that there is an arrow. What does this arrow represent? The arrow means to yield or to give, and you can see between the reactants and the products we have a plus sign. This plus sign separates the reactants. These A and B, they are separated by the plus sign, and similarly the products C and D, they are separated by the plus sign. Now the next question that one can ask is, what happens during a chemical reaction? During a chemical reaction, reactants come in contact. These two reactants, they will come in contact with each other. The bonds that will be present in A and B, they will break between the atoms. The atoms of A, the bonds between the atoms of A, they will break. Similarly, the bond between the atoms of B, they will break. and the atoms then they will rearrange and form new bonds to form the products, and the reactants and the products that are formed, they have totally different properties from each other. So that is what happens during a chemical reaction. Now we will define what is a chemical reaction. So after knowing about reactants and products and what is the meaning of arrow, it's the time to define chemical reaction. So chemical reaction is a type of chemical change. Please remember, it is a type of chemical change in which substances taken in the beginning called reactants forms new substances called products. So basically what happens in chemical reaction means conversion of reactants into products in simple terms. So here are some examples. For example, when hydrogen reacts with oxygen, it results in the formation of a new substance called water. Similarly, if you talk about this reaction, that is nitrogen reacting with hydrogen and forming ammonia, this is another new substance. And at last, calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it decomposes to give two new substances, that is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Those substances which are written on the left hand side, LHS, these are the reactants, and those which are written on the right hand side, these are the products. So again, chemical reaction means conversion of reactants into products. So that's all for today.